Look at where you are. Not the room you're sitting in, but the mental space you occupy. You are in the psychological waiting room. You are clutching a ticket, waiting for a gatekeeper to call your name. You think you need a degree, a mentor, a certain amount of capital, or a nod from an expert before you are allowed to begin. You've convinced yourself that this isn't fear, it's preparation. But preparation without a start date is just a sophisticated form of cowardice. The door at the end of the hall isn't locked from the outside. There is no one behind it waiting to judge your worthiness. The gatekeeper is a ghost you've conjured to protect yourself from the risk of being seen.
We are obsessed with credentialism. We crave the validation of institutions that were designed for an era that no longer exists. In 2024, the world talked about hustle. In 2026, the world belongs to sovereign execution. The gatekeepers didn't leave, they were made irrelevant. The internet didn't just give you a voice, it gave you a permission slip signed by no one but yourself. Why are you still asking for a green light? Because as long as you are waiting, you are safe. If you never start, you never fail. If you never execute, you never have to face the reality that you might not be as good as you think you are. The waiting room is a prison of your own design, built with the bricks of someday and the mortar of not yet.
Asking for permission is the ultimate stalling tactic. It feels like progress. You research the market, you buy the course, you listen to the podcast. You are drowning in the dopamine of the queue. Your brain thinks it's winning because it's gathering data. But data without skin in the game is just noise. While you are calculating the perfect entry point, the market is moving. While you are waiting for a mentor to tell you you're ready, someone with half your talent and twice your courage is already doing the work. Leadership is inherently an act of isolation. If you are waiting for the crowd to agree with you, you aren't leading, you're following. The queue is for the average. The exit is for the dangerous.
Every second you spend in that chair, your ambition is decaying. Ideas have a shelf life. Potential has an expiration date. The opportunity decay is real. The version of the world that needed your idea today will not need it in 2 years. Those currently in power aren't going to hand you an invitation. Power is never given, it is taken. You think the authority you crave is out there. You think a yes from someone else will finally make you feel like a creator. It won't. Self-validation is the only currency that doesn't devalue. The moment you realize that the gatekeepers are just as scared and uncertain as you are, the walls of the waiting room will turn to paper.
Burn the invitation. The authority you crave is already your own. In the era of radical autonomy, the only barrier to entry is your own hesitation. Audit your life right now. Where are you holding back? Who are you waiting for? Identify the person whose nod you think you need and realize they don't care. The door to the waiting room has been unlocked the entire time. You weren't stuck, you were hiding. The era of the candidate is over. The era of the creator has begun. Destroy the room, leave the queue, execute.